I bought the Economic Ninjas Side Hustle course. Since then, my truck broke down, Kibbles won't eat his organic doggy food, and I'm pretty sure I've got fewer than 8 Coors Lattes sitting in my fridge. In all seriousness though, in this video, I'm gonna share my honest review of the Side Hustle course from the Economic Ninja, the type of person I think this program is right for and wrong for, plus the 2 lessons I would add to this course coming from someone who generated more than $250,000 from a side hustle last year. But before we dive in, here's my proof of purchase for the course. Here's a screenshot inside the Side Hustle course. Finally, this is not a sponsored review, and I don't know the Economic Ninja personally. Probably like most of you watching this right now, I'm just a fan of the YouTube channel, and as a result, I can give you my honest opinion of what I think. On to the review. So, I think building a training program on the subject of starting a side hustle would be really hard. I mean, just think about the different ways you could make money on the side. You could get into real estate, you could sell kettle corn at fairs, you could start a palm tree business like the Economic Ninja shares as an example in his course. And depending on the path that you decide to go down, you're gonna need to learn different skills, and there's gonna be different steps to follow to get there. Inside this course, the Ninja gives you a broad overview of starting a side business. You get training on how to pick a side hustle, how to start collecting payments, and you get insights on making your business legit when it comes time to do that. In general, if you like the Economic Ninja's style on his YouTube channel, I think you're gonna like the class too. Of course, nothing in this training is official, financial, or legal advice. Gotta get those disclaimers out of the way. Now, the Side Hustle course will help you get ideas about things you can start selling on marketplaces like Craigslist or Facebook to start making your first money outside of a paycheck, which arguably is gonna be the most challenging money you probably ever make if you've never made it outside of a W-2 before. Once you figure out and you prove to yourself that you can make income on your own, it's a game changer. Now, the Economic Ninja also gives you a crash course lessons on starting real estate or social media side hustles. There are also tons of examples of side business that the Ninja has personally made money from, like garage sales, flipping RVs and campers, and of course, selling palm trees. So, do I think you should invest between $250 and $500 on the Side Hustle course? First, here's who I think should not be buying this course. If you're somebody looking for a step-by-step plan to build a specific type of side hustle, I would say this course is not for you. This is not the type of course that is going to give you one perfect magical side hustle to start, and then it's gonna walk you through every little detailed step along the way in the process. As an example, let's say that you wanted to start a blogging side hustle like I did. In my opinion, I would buy a blogging course instead of this one because the advice is going to be a lot more specific to what you envision your side hustle actually being. Now, on the flip side to that, if you want to get a variety of side hustle ideas, if you've got an entrepreneurial spirit, and if you're able to look up and find specific answers on Google or YouTube to the spots that aren't filled in, and especially if you want to find practical ways, I would say, to make your first dollars outside of a W-2, I think this is a really good course to do it with. And in fact, I would even go as far to say that if I was gonna start a side hustle from scratch over again, I would probably try to build the type of business that the Ninja describes inside this course. With my own side hustle blogging, I spent, literally 3 years blogging before making any significant amount of money. A lot of people, understandably, can't wait that long to see the results, and frankly, I don't blame them either. I think finding a business opportunity that you can go and do for a few hours a weekend, spend a little bit of time on the phone, maybe during the week, to make a few extra, a few $100 extra bucks, maybe $1,000 extra bucks a month. I think that's awesome. And this course is gonna give you a framework to find opportunities like this that can make your life a little bit better a lot faster than 3 years from now. Again, if I was gonna do things over again, I would wanna start a side hustle that doesn't take forever to see results and lets you start just flexing that entrepreneurial muscle a little bit as you begin to go through the process. Trust me when I say this, you're gonna start to be able to see more money-making opportunities along the way as you learn and as you grow. Even as someone with a side hustle already, I think this course is cool because it introduces me to other opportunities that I just wouldn't be exposed to otherwise. I love this stuff. I think side hustle can really change your life. It's changed my life, and being able to just get an insight into how different people make money, I think is always valuable. All that being said, here are the 2 chapters that I would add to this course because I think they can be so important for successful side hustles. These are addressed in some parts of the course, but obviously, I've got my own spin on this subject since I've been doing it for a while too. This first lesson that I've learned, I think this really could be huge for you. I think you want to find a job where you can carve out large chunks of available free time just to work on your business. Now, if you're spending an hour commuting back and forth to work, or if you need to go into an office 5 days a week, the reality is it's gonna be really tough to make progress on a side hustle. Ask me how I know this is true. So trust me, I tried to start a side business at a job where I had to leave the house at 6:30 a.m. and I didn't get back home until 6 p.m. after the commute. It was so tough and I was ready to fall over by the time I walked through the door of my apartment at the time. I just couldn't make any progress Monday through Friday on the business. Now, eventually I was able to find a different job and I was able to work remote, and it also paid me more. This job immediately got me between 10 to 12 hours of productive time each week. If I didn't change jobs, I don't think I would have had enough time to start a side business, especially not a blog that takes so much time to get going. Fortunately, I was able to start working from home years before the health crisis hit, when literally everybody started doing this. And I think the Economic Ninja had a similar advantage when he was employed as a firefighter too. Now, I don't know anything about the Ninja's exact situation, but I do know firefighters, and the ones that I know, they work a lot of 1 week on, 1 week off type of schedules. So this is an awesome situation. Also, if you want to start a side hustle, because again, you've got that big chunk of uninterrupted time to build a business in between work time in that week off, right? But here's the thing, you don't need to be a firefighter, you don't need to be a remote worker to be able to get some of this time back. My brother used to work a shift job at a manufacturing plant where he would work 12-hour days, Friday through Sunday. People like teachers, they've got summer vacations off, they've got a lot of holidays. If you're a bartender, you might only need to work 3 nights per week, right? So bottom line, find a job that gives you the free time to build something, even if you've got to make a little bit less money from your job to do it. Trust me, the upside potential of finding a job that gives you the free time is so much higher than accepting a job that's gonna suck all your time but pays you, 3 or 4, 5 grand extra per year. It's just not even close. My second big tip for you, this one is another one that's been massive for me. Find ways to pay other people for tasks to get back more of your time. Now, I'll admit this is probably a little easier for me if you have an online side hustle like I've done. For me, I started using websites like Fiverr to design my blog and make technical updates. In some instances, a website update that might take me like a day to figure out because I'm not super technical. You could solve that problem for 30, 40 bucks by someone who understands WordPress better than I do on Fiverr. That's a huge win for me. As things progressed with my blogs, I just gradually kept hiring more people, especially those based in the Philippines, and contractors too, to help me out with things like video editing, making photos, and content creation. But I've got to say, it wasn't until I was able to start hiring that my side hustle reached 100K in gross revenue. And I really credit hiring as one of the top 1 or 2 reasons why my blogs have grown over the last couple of years, while a lot of other people's have kind of stagnated. Even if you've got a little flipping business, I would say always be on the lookout for ways to get help from other people that can save you time. Maybe start by paying family members, pay friends that you trust. And I would say invest in tools too that will help you be more productive with less time. You'll probably need to be doing almost everything yourself at first. That's what I did too. But make sure to just take notes when you see those opportunities that you can outsource to save you some time in the future. So, should you buy the Economic Ninjas course? Like I said, if you're looking for practical side hustle ideas that you could start on the side, I think this is a really awesome place to start. The training program is priced under $500 with some of the discount codes out there right now. And if you do take action, I'm pretty confident you're gonna be able to recoup your investment in this course. I'll also add, if you've got more specific questions about the side hustle course, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I'd be happy to give my perspective on the program. Thanks so much.